The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Vikings and the Bears, and it comes your way next.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Warriors. Today we have a playoff game between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings, a division matchup. The Bears are one of our best franchises. We are rebuilding. 91 overall on offense and defense, 91 overall with the boost, 12-5. I mean, this is the year for the Bears, their second year with Caleb Williams at quarterback. They're healthy. The Vikings are healthy. Let's take a look at the teams real quick, and then let's get into this game because I cannot wait to see this game. Caleb Williams, superstar X Factor, up to a 99 overall. Of course, they have DeAndre Swift, who's a superstar. Good backups. Blossom Games, a good fullback. They have Rome Odunze, who's a X Factor. DJ Moore's a superstar. They brought in Amari Cooper. You can pretty much count him as a replacement for Keenan Allen, who left. Arthur Bowles, a great rookie they drafted. I mean, they're just loaded here. Cole Kmet, brought in Kalen Granson, Don Mack, a rookie, not bad. Their offensive line is more than solid, if not one of the best in the league. They're rocking the Chiefs playbook. QB School on YouTube made a reference that he believes that Caleb Williams sort of has that style that Mahomes has. So we put him in that kind of offense. Montez Sweat, they traded for. They brought in Josh Sweat. Alan McNeil was a free agent signing this offseason. They drafted Jalen Gaffney, who is a really good rookie. TJ Edwards is here. Tremaine Edmonds, 6'5", middle linebacker. Their big free agency signing, JOK. Browns were in cap hell, and they couldn't re-sign him. Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, Tyreek Stevenson. They even drafted a 6'3" corner, regular development, but I mean, 79 with the boost, 6'3", 185. Kevin Byard, as you know, was brought in here. Jaquan Brisker. They have a great team. Kyron Santos, Blake Gillikin. They are set up to win this year. Now, it's a shame they didn't get the number 1 overall seed, but that went to our Arizona Cardinals, who we also were controlling. Looking at the Vikings, they have J.J. McCarthy, Aaron Jones, Eli Mitchell, rookie Kerry Conley, of course, Justin Jefferson, Addison, Darius Slayton, who was their best wide receiver, Josh Jenkins, a rookie, not bad. Of course, Hawkinson, Harrison Bryant, Trey Knox. Their offensive line, pretty solid here. Nice rookie they brought in, the right guard. They signed Tyron Smith. It's crazy. Ben Larkin, one of the best rookies. I believe he won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Dietrich Wise, Harrison Phillips, Dallas Turner's up to an 88 overall. Nice middle linebackers. Andrew Van Ginkel. They have Kyrie Jackson, Akai Blackman, Byron Murphy. Quandre Diggs is on their team now. Brian Neal, Kirby Joseph. Pretty good team here. What we're facing, but only their playbook held them back to only get a wild card spot. Other than that, they had some really good numbers offensively. I mean, they're 89 overall on offense. So, great game here. Let's get into it. No more wasting time.
The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And as we continually grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man? Second year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made here at the 36. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Once again, he finds Slayton. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
One semi-factor, if you want to call it that was brought up in the papers this morning here, Charles. We got a dome team on the road in a cold weather environment, first round of the playoffs in January. Do you think that's a big deal?
Ordinarily, I say no. But in this situation, because you're used to that perfectly controlled environment, some coaches will want their teams exposed to it. And if you're coming from a warm weather place and, even getting outside of your dome doesn't really help you, a lot of times they'll go on the road a little bit earlier. Go to a cold weather place, go to a place where there's a little bit of weather and practice there that week before the game to try and simulate the conditions they expect come game day.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
He praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll look to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. He'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force him to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge fourth down conversion. Back to throw again. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
A check down here to Jones.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Down to about the 22 here. And now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 2nd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Swift. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
He'll drop this one off to Swift. Touchdown, Bears! DeAndre Swift from 4 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Santos with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And inside give to Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Aleem McNeil gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. They'll drop to throw. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll try and run here with Swift. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt them.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 16. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now this throw caught left side. And out lands on the other side of midfield at the 45. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This thrown quickly on to Cooper. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Swift is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is up to 5. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage,
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
They'll set up to throw.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are once again back in front.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 2. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 2.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They're going to look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Touchdown! Cole Kmet, 32 yards.
And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on and they're ready for this next series.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's still on his feet.
Touchdown, Vikings!
T.J. Hockenson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is now 2. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now. Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
They'll look to throw again. They'll roll him out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Now a nice throw here right side. He holds it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And this one is right down Broadway, and it will push the lead up to 5. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They run with Jones on 1st down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Catch made by Slayton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a Vikings 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. The left side completion to Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Up the middle, Jones. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Good footwork at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds here as his guys will have it to start the 4th as time has run out on quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
That's caught at the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 9.
Looking to throw.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber will drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now back to throw. Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
Again, it's Jones.
Down to the 42, second down. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. A give to Jones. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year, but I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.